Hey guys, welcome to News for Science, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. My name is Ronnie, and welcome. And today I'm going to be reviewing Daredevil Season 3. This season was personally, to me, the best season, and let me tell you why. Because Matt Murdock in this season feels like he's going on a personal journey. He's trying to find himself right in the beginning, and we catch up to right where we left off, right at the end of the Defenders, where Matt Murdock is nearly beaten to death. That guy is not doing so well. This actually only takes place only a few weeks after the end of the Defenders, which feels like forever, but it came out like last year, so it only takes place a few weeks in that universe. And this season really totally knocked it out of the park, as expected. Of course, I expected nothing less. And Daredevil Season 3 brings back a lot of the recurring cast members, including, of course, Charlie Cox, Deborah Ann Wool plays Karen Page, Vincent D'Onofrio, the best villain ever, as Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin, along with some new cast members, of course, and some other returning supporting cast members. So Daredevil Season 3 is a great season, and I love it, and I think you guys would love it too if you've seen it. And I'm reviewing this about a week later because I wanted to give everybody enough time to see it before they catch this review, as I will spoil a little bit, but I'll try not to spoil too much. So Daredevil Season 3 has Matt Murdock just waking up from what appears to be a coma or so, where he's not really moving at all. He's just in aching pain, and he's being nurtured by Mother Maggie, who's actually Matt Murdock's mother. He learns that towards maybe the middle of the season or so. Daredevil also features some new villains. We have Benjamin Poindexter, aka Bullseye. He's not really called Bullseye in this season. He actually poses as Daredevil throughout the season as a fraud, of course, and all because Wilson Fisk wanted to actually distract everybody from focusing on Wilson rather than focusing on Daredevil, which is Wilson's enemy. At least he feels that way. And this season did a great job doing so. Wilson Fisk nearly succeeds in torturing Mac psychologically, because Matt Murdock actually feels like he's being tortured by Wilson Fisk, psychologically speaking, by ruining his reputation as the vigilante Daredevil, by making Daredevil out to be the villain of the city, by having a guy dressed up in a Daredevil suit committing crimes that Daredevil wouldn't normally commit. And of course, soon towards the end of the season, towards the later end of the season, everybody starts to learn that it wasn't Daredevil all along, and it was actually one of the FBI agents within the FBI agency, Benjamin Poindexter, who's also a very interesting character. The actor that plays him, I forgot his name, did a great job in playing a very conflicting character who has a lot of psychological problems going on in life, and he feels like he likes to kill people. The guy has great aim, not exactly as exaggerated as that Bullseye that Colin Farrell played in the movie Daredevil. This one is tackled in a very realistic approach. The guy has tremendous aim, he knows how to hit his targets pretty well, and Benjamin Poindexter really poses as a real threat to Matt Murdock. And in this season, Matt Murdock dresses in his black suit because he doesn't feel like he's really good enough to be going back into the red suit that he wore in season 2 and at the end of season 1. So he goes in the black suit just to also distinguish himself from the fake Daredevil as well. And my personal favorite episodes are episode 7, episode 13. Episode 7, I think, or 6, I can't remember, is where Daredevil and Matt Murdock faces Benjamin Poindexter in the Daredevil suit. And they're fighting the bulletin, and it's pretty epic. And also a little funny as well at the same time. Unintentionally funny, by the way, because it is overall a really epic fight scene. But they're actually just throwing things at each other. And the actor that plays Benjamin Poindexter does an amazing job playing the character of Benjamin Poindexter. And just the choreography is amazing. Arguably the best series, the best Marvel Netflix series out of all the 4 series. Well, now there's 2. It's just Daredevil and Jessica Jones, because Iron Fist and Luke Cage were just canceled. And I hope that those characters continue on in another online streaming service or something, or maybe they get their own movies in Marvel Studios. Who knows what's going to happen with those characters. But Daredevil Season 3 heavily borrows a lot of elements from Daredevil Born Again, issues 227 through issues 231. And if you look at the covers, some of them might seem familiar. There's the one where Kingpin in the background targeting Daredevil. Here's another one with Matt Murdock in the front. This one was not in the show, but it's basically a criminal dressed in a Santa Claus suit attacking Matt Murdock on the streets. And this one is heavily borrowed from Daredevil Season 3. This is Daredevil Born Again, one of the most popular comics in comic book history. One of the best ones ever, and actually it's one of my favorites in my collections. And then towards the end, we have somebody dressed in a Daredevil suit attacking Matt Murdock. Now, to compare to the show to the comics, the only difference is that Bullseye never actually wore a Daredevil suit in the comic books to actually pose as Daredevil and to commit crimes as Daredevil. In fact, the Kingpin actually just hired a couple of like convicts, random convicts, dressed as Daredevil committing crimes, so that way everybody can take their attention off of Wilson Fisk and put it on those convicts, or at least put it on the fake Daredevil, and just realize and see that Daredevil is actually the true villain, not Wilson Fisk. And that's sort of like the main theme in this season. It really feels personal in this season, and that's what I really loved about this season. Anyways, long story short, towards the end, Matt Murdock gets exactly what he wanted, is to get to the Kingpin, but not kill him, even though he did want to kill him initially, because Matt Murdock didn't believe in this justice system throughout this entire season. He didn't believe in God anymore. He didn't feel like he was worthy of wearing the Daredevil suit anymore, and he just didn't believe in the justice system at all. He didn't even believe in being Matt Murdock again, because he just felt so defeated and empty. He's tried everything. He's tried the law. He's tried fighting as a vigilante crime fighter, and nothing has worked on Wilson Fisk. So his decision was to actually go out there and kill the Kingpin. So finally, towards the end, we get to that point. Matt Murdock faces off the Kingpin, beats him to near death, where the Kingpin is just basically on his knees. And just about as Matt Murdock is about to kill him, he just lets out a scream out of frustration and anger. And he just couldn't do it because that's who he is. Matt Murdock doesn't kill people. You know, and Daredevil doesn't kill people, period. I knew that he wasn't going to kill him, because Daredevil is just not like that. So we get to that point, and it all ends. Matt Murdock is cleared. Matt Murdock is cleared. Nobody suspects him anymore, or at least nobody suspects the Daredevil image or character, however you want to label it as. Benjamin Poindexter has been defeated, of course. I'm not going to say how, but there's a lot of Easter eggs in the season. And towards the end, if you don't get it, if you haven't read the comics, I suggest you pick up the comics on what happens to Benjamin Poindexter's Bullseye, because that's done towards the end of the season. Just saying, watch Daredevil Season 3 if you haven't gotten a chance. It's an amazing season. Overall, guys, I really loved the season. It was everything I expected it to be. I did get a little bit more than I expected, but I expected nothing less. And personally, it's actually my favorite season up to date. I really loved Season 2, but Season 3 takes the cake, and it was just awesome. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna give Daredevil Season 3 an A+. So that was my review for Daredevil Season 3, guys. What are your thoughts? Let me know. Have you seen it? Please let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. What's your favorite season of Daredevil, and what's your favorite Marvel Netflix show? Post your comments down below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.